Yeah, double initiator when you have 3 players that can play duelist for me is crazy, and at the same time it's interesting to see how you can have your players play what you want them to play.
Both teams looking like they're just going back to their bread and butter here. Nothing interesting here, no changes. I think the key thing for me to look out for was that Fnatic were really struggling on those second hits. So like that first hit comes in on an exec, and then the gravity well is going to be coming down from that. And then Fnatic was struggling after that initial entry period. Kayak was going in, not being able to get anything done, and that second part of the exec was disappointing.
Yeah, it was the attack that struggled enormously. It was what allowed Foot to be able to get back in, to bring it to an overtime, to push to a third map. So yeah, I think for me, the highlight is seeing Vikaj back on that KO. So I'm happy to see that at least. I think Alpha on the Rise has proven to be decent on this map. I know that you would have preferred a double duelist here, Mini, but honestly, maybe they didn't want to change things around.
I think it's just about, yeah, I mean, both were doing very well on these agents. There's nothing wrong with it. To me, it's just about identity. Are they going to be able to play this meta in this style in a way that in the way that it is best, basically, with these agents? And I think further down the line, they might have problems. Right now, it should be okay.
And on a personal level, I'm very glad to dodge the Viper on the Corrode and to have, of course, double controller on the side of Liquid with Omen and Astra, but no Viper. Mini, any thoughts?
I think Viper is a must-have on this map, personally. But
you should tell them.
We can get into the details later on that one. I think it's just too important to have both control on B and middle at the same time. But again, neither are playing it, so I'm not going to get too into the weeds. Yeah.
And for Battle of EMEA Titans, you need Titans on the mic. So who are you backing today, FNC and Hypuck?
Well, Lou, you kind of stole my question here in a weird way, because I was going to ask you, Mike, does a win either side restore faith in either of these teams? Because we've been a little bit burnt on their results.
No, for me, the win means less than if we see notable changes in game, right? In a round-by-round comparison, because there's concerns on both sides. Obviously, with Liquid, we can talk about obviously the week 1 and missing full 5, and
yeah.
But it's just been concerning, and I guess we're taking it at face value that it's Fnatic versus Liquid here. We just need to see high-quality VALORANT today.
Now, something that was missing from Fnatic, especially on this attacking side, was high-quality VALORANT. It was rough to watch, Mike.
Yeah, it's that old definition of insanity, right? Again, not enough splitting through mid, not enough awareness across the rest of the map. They were losing players, not just losing info, but losing players quite far ahead of when they needed to be stacked up. So certainly got my eye on here. And you said it was a benefit to see Fnatic on the attacking side first. I'm a little concerned that we could see a scoreline that is worrying.
Yeah, but I almost want to kind of lean into what Lou was saying in a way that maybe they've gone back and worked on this specifically and then come back in going, right, let's give it a go in an official game. That momentum build through the scrims, through practice, does it actually reward us in a game? There. Because look, Liquid are a very capable side of handling that. They've got very good composure, very good diligence when it comes to their mentality of a read. So if there's going to be an opponent to do it to you again, it would be Liquid. Now, as highlighted, if you're just tuning in, Fnatic will be on the attack, and that was dreary, to say the least. And Liquid will be on the defending side. This is, of course, Fnatic's map choice, so we wait and see how prepared they are. But, of course, it's Fnatic, so prepare yourself for about 30 seconds left before anything happens.
Yeah, and this is obviously one of the issues, this slow default that was kind of investing some util here and there and not really netting anything on the back of that. Mini boost still. Good. Decent grasp on mid here. He's the only player. Aljo not going to spot it or confirm anything. Oh, wow. Timing for purple on the knife is brilliant.
Yeah, and if they're not getting that cycling correct on the side of Fnatic, to kind of keep that in mind.
Spike.
Oh dear, I didn't even notice that. Well, Boast is now on a recovery mission, and they're getting swung. This is the problem. When things go wrong this late into a round, you can rarely recover. That is what we are constantly talking about. Fortunately, they can even run away for 10 seconds.
10 seconds
I don't think they can do much with this. 8, I don't know if they make it even to sight. Look towards the site. Do they get the plant down in time? It's close. Hold on. Just want to see if that's actually gone through. And, okay, Fnatic, that's ridiculous. Look, we know you play late, but that's too far. And now it's a 2v2, and I'm pretty sure Liquid thought they had that in the bag. However, Wayne's on an island here. Oh, and that might have been his one chance for it. Kayak goes in for the kill, and now Mini Boo in a 1v2. Vekaj barely alive. It comes around. Less than a second, Fnatic. That is all too far.
I mean, just round 1 as an example of some of the concerns.
There it is.
Yeah, it's I didn't even know that it was Crashes that had... Again, he's the late piece, right? He's droning late to try and, I guess, figure out if Liquid have drifted into mid, to try and clear that space actively, go hunting on the map.
Nice,
They plant
boy.
with
Holy
like
shit.
less than 0.2 of a second. I mean, sure, great recovery, but it's not the sort of round you want to see to start the map.
No. We're not banking on that by a second. Absolutely not. And I genuinely think Liquid thought they had that. Maybe lost that little bit of focus for a second because they've got to be thinking, look, Spike's down in middle. We've got plenty of time. I like what they're up to here, though, for Liquid, right? Smoke towards B main, buys a couple of seconds, get involved. A tester on this deeper default, but so far so good, but overwhelmed. There it is, Purpo catching Boaster, and the deep default is crumbling.
Wayne's caught this info as well, so knows exactly what's going on the other side of the map. This is the sort of round you want to see from Liquid, right? If they've done their homework, if they watched what Fnatic struggled with, certainly got an early indication here, potentially, of the game plan.
Spike planted.
One will go in. I mean, just pistols. That's with an upgrade, to say the least, but Alpha still on a ghost here. This is winnable for Liquid.
It is, but you've got to be able to imagine where they find that little bit of a way in. This could be helpful. No, Kayak doesn't get cleared. He actually
Oh, he's on a pre-fire! Oh my god!
That was a really weird choice by him. I thought he had that in the bag. And now they're down to 2, and Alpha's on a ghost. It's got to be on Crashies, right? Like, contact on Alpha. Okay, Alpha outdoes Nats anyway, but the crossbeam and watch. Nice shot! Oh, okay! Fnatic, one of these win cons you're actually getting away with.
My blind is dead.
It's done for Fnatic. Winning in the worst ways, it feels like, but winning nonetheless. 2 rounds to their name. How many times does it feel like Liquid had done the right thing, and it just goes away? That's 2 rounds already.
Crashies didn't get the rifle either. I mean, again, it's by the finest of margins. Crucial shot here from Crashies.
One enemy
But again,
remaining.
like you said, there's no comfort. Like, it just looks so dicey the entire way through that, and the byproduct going to be that Fnatic going to be struggling to get themselves comfortable here for the round 3. 2 rifles, couple of sheriffs, and both of them, nothing. Huge opportunity here for Liquid to find their first round. Fnatic stacked up here. I mean, both of Crashies a little bit disconnected, but just fishing for info elsewhere. Popo going to have a good time on this knife once more.
He's doing very well with this. Excuse me. I feel like his timing's been nice. Interesting look here from Mini. Not going to get a reward on it. Smoke fading. He's got to be careful. Just wants to sit back towards that sort of Aspas angle. And away we go on site now. Going to be able to call that out to Purpo. Hopefully get to deal with that. But Miniboo's making a bit of a meal of it. Gets out of danger, but does get tagged on the way out, or at least pinged out, so they know where he's fallen back to. Trying to tee up Purpo here. Miniboo needs one of these shots to land, ideally, but he's just not hitting at the moment. But Purpo is all good. But this man on the site, the knife has been solid. The information was there. All good crossfire. Even just Crashies to hit a belting shot
30
from here
seconds
before,
left.
but get another? Unlikely.
I'm really just hoping that after breaking the bank for Fnatic previously, they keep this flawless. They absolutely do. First round posted here for Liquid. Again, seeing hints of proactivity or looking to at least be aggressive towards these choke points from Miniboo. Again, struggled a little bit in terms of pinning down a 1v1. When it mattered most, I mean, alongside Purpo finding 3.
Flawless.
Makes it count for sure. Again, on both sides of the coin here, Ultimates on the horizon, but won't see any here in round 4. Both just still on the board. Didn't buy anything in the previous here. And
See the skin. What's happened?
I mean, I said broke the bank, but they shattered it.
Financial advisor in pieces. Miniboo again, he hasn't been checked on doing this. Oh, that's good stuff. That's a really nice layer to this that I hope they keep exploring. Those little kind of pushes, those little looks of aggression, testing this default, not letting Fnatic even get that space to execute into.
Like I said, if they'd done their homework, they'd know that they were spread very thin previously. And I guess in the previous series, losing out in mid was the issue, but they can now address what's potentially the adjustment for Fnatic, which is to stack heavier on the sides of the map. Miniboo certainly shows if that's the intention for him.
I didn't even notice the Odin out to play as well. I think...
Camo had it in the previous. Yeah, Camo had it in the previous, yeah.
Okay, so what's now the kind of mid-rounding that comes out from Fnatic? They've kept Alpha over towards B. The rest still slow progress towards this A site, but it's been very red. You've got three players here, Mike.
Alpha was actually tagged up previously by the spam from Minibu.
30
Still trying
seconds
to
left.
create some pressure here, but this is going to be an awkward engagement.
I don't know if Fnatic realise how many are still on this side. The man advantage is going to be worked. Kayak goes in, gets absolutely slaughtered, dropped like a sack of potatoes. Man, it's a massacre on the site. Look, Crashies is doing well, but simply the numbers, right? It's a 1v2, 9 seconds. And what are you meant to do? Try and get a plant? Okay, they've got that down. They do have elbow control. Still worrying, that shock dart hurts. Camo's still got another.
Both tagged up as well.
Yeah, this is going to need some magic from these two, and they're very capable players, but the numbers game will sit with Liquid.
Discipline here from Minibu as well, just waiting for the right time to show his hand. Recall goes in. That's the opportunity, but Crashies finds the kill.
Yeah, they're making something out of nothing. It doesn't feel fair, but it's how it goes against Fnatic. 7 HP and Alpha still alive, of course! They get away with it again!
Die yet. So much.
It's just by the skin of their teeth. They were able to clutch this out. I'm not sure what Crashies was down to, but I saw Alpha dropping down to 7 HP. 14 for Crashies. Initially takes a couple of shots as well through the wall here from the Odin. But a perfect flash to seal the deal here.
And this has got to feel frustrating for the Liquid side too.
It's so tilty. To again have a good read on what Fnatic are going to do. They're doing the same thing again. Again, a little bit of a switch up in terms of a two-pronged approach towards A here, but hold that thought. Kayak going hunted.
Yeah, much faster. Good flash in too. That's really nice. Popo looks dead to rights and he is. That's way better synergy. Much more play-in for Kayak. Because it felt like he didn't quite have that sort of option before.
Oh, no.
This is fast. And it looks like Liquid just want to try and take a brawl on it, take a bit of a biff in middle. Boaster, it ain't clean, and Camo looking much prettier on this 2v2 now. Anything you can do, we can do it as well.
He's got Hunter's Fury as well.
Yeah, looking for a tag here. Don't think he's going to get it. Cancels just for that Hunter's Fury.
Should be able to get a tag here on the back, and he does.
Gosh, you are a lucky boy, but 30 HP. Alpha's got ult as well.
Spike planted.
Camo, 2 shock darts to play with still.
Issue being Vekaj is so low that the pistols are still a threat. Camo actually gets out of it.
I quite like what Nats is doing as well. He's the one to play it ahead. It looks like he's still got a shorty as well. Can they clear Vekaj on this? Smokes up, tap on.
Well, no one's close now.
And yeah, Camo's cleaned it up. That's 4 for Camo. On for the 5. It's Nats to get it in the end. And Liquid finally punishing Fnatic here. I love that refight in mid.
Yeah, just so quick to get behind this. And again, there's nobody that actually sat back in anticipation because they're 3 towards B main. And that focus towards Minibu is there, probably on the back of him being aggressive, a little bit aggressive early on. Camo just working wonders on this fast flank.
And Camo's been good recently. He's had a couple of big performances. Starting to see him really top of the board for these Liquid boys, and he's seeming to continue. 4 kills in that critical, high-tempo kills. Can they keep that sort of pressure up? This game feels like it's going to be a hard one to watch. See that tempo trying to find his place. Purchase far from pretty either. 3 of those Guardians in effect for Liquid, and obviously far worse for Fnatic.
Well, solid info at the start of this round now, so let's see what Fnatic attempt to do here. Obviously, the weaponry's not there. Kayak with a Guardian. Revealed. He's got to retreat. He's Alpha in an awkward predicament. Crashies again, looking to probe in towards A, but Liquid almost in a full retake towards A.
Yeah, it's caused a turn. I'm worried if they don't clear Alpha. They do, but take a little bit of damage for it. Good for Camo, but it does tee up Kayak, so great trade there. Hard to recover the weaponry, but then Liquid look like they want to take a fight on this. Investment of ult when they go swinging. The rest of Fnatic far deeper, but Vekaj caught on the back pedal.
He's got to be careful here. Nat's still firing though. Oh, he's 5 HP!
Man, what are these fights, Mike? What is going on in this game?
Liquid with absolutely the right focus here on mid once more. again, completely conceding the A side of the map. I don't think Fnatic are maybe thinking, yeah, one top mid, one towards connector, but the pressure is just, there's nothing that Fnatic can do here. Just so happens they're on a slow clearance up.
I've got to say, yeah, the refights, the re-clears from Liquid have been good. Even, I get nervous in a round like that, refighting into middle, just because maybe 8 Nats was on like sub 10 HP, it looked like. But still, the fact you're doing it is the right read. These rounds are still close though, 3 apiece either side, and a walkout. There's the idea who comes out the flash first.
Everyone's blind.
Oh, Flash Alpha saves him! Purpo could have executed maybe 2, even 3 on that. Quick rotations, TP taken. Wayne's here. Camo's not moving. He's been the big man though. And you're right, it did get cancelled. Just the pop of Vekash's ult in time, not sure, but Camo still close by, can deny the plant. Still gonna be standing, still swinging, can't get it. Nats catches the mid lurk, but the site is manageable in a 2v3, just not easy.
Plant only just going down now, so it gives Liquid another couple of seconds here. Kayak does have ult. Do have the divide for Nats as well, but they need to find a kill on the way in here.
Yeah, easier said than done. Kayak's position hard to deal with. Paranoia's gone in. I don't think it's as effective as they'd hoped. Alpha's still able to try and slip behind the line on the TP up. So can Wayne catch one? Here we go. He's gone for it. Nice! Even better! Oh my God! Can't connect! Alpha! Oh, you felt it there though, didn't you? You felt it there!
The adjustment on the second just doesn't have any safety to retreat to. Comes down to just one man for Fnatic. Again, both teams aligning on this aggression outside B perfectly. Again, really awkward exchange, and straight up 50-50, to be honest with you. It's only really Kayak's hinder, I think, that probably swings it back in their favor.
Oh my God. What a reset. Look at the buy for Liquid too. Bucky for Nats, 2 classics. Handle with Camo, but the Guardian with Purpo. And on this side of the map, it's only Wayne currently on this B side, so not going to probably have too much, at least on the way in the form of a fight back. Getting in. Takes decent site control, the rest can filter through. The mid walk coming out, no surprises there. Burns a Paranoia very early.
Yeah, just to maybe prevent some aggression in, but that might be their downfall here. Again, the weaponry not ideal. Going to be revealed on the flank here. Got the null command and the divide here for Liquid, but a full 5v5 in the post.
Well, good luck observers, and good luck us. Miniboo trying to set something in motion. Tee up, Camo. Alpha's so on it right now, looking like he's ready to elevate above. Vekash does well to trade on the site. Alpha still posting up. Vekash getting involved. Yeah, he wants that one done. Cleanest round yet.
Great cleanup by Vekash. You looked absolutely phenomenal previously for Fnatic, even where they were struggling a little bit. That's just checking in. Another motivational speech.
He does love them.
That's again, just a chance here to potentially get an upgrade, but shut down immediately. Alpha starting to stretch his legs a little bit. 11-4, coming into round 9 now.
This has always been the thing though, isn't it? It's like, oh, what if you let Alpha off the leash, let him have a bit of fun?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what age it is,
Nah,
it's still
not.
just capable of rounds where he can just completely take over. Now, this was one of the biggest concerns. This choke point right here.
Yeah, it was kind of the scaling up from pressuring basically where Nats is
Good
currently.
indicator, they're waiting behind it. They don't get stuck in the gravity well.
That is true. Nats looking to maybe punish that second string forward, but he's very alone. No real help coming. But Vekash looked asleep at the wheel there, a little bit lost in what was happening, and that's the spike. So Nats playing in front a bit. That smoke could be an issue, though. The rest of the rotations on the way is getting a bit of help from Connector, but he's still standing very alone. Kayak, kind of surprised he got caught, it looked like.
And the coverage here perfect between Wayne and Nats. They're cutting these sight lines. Liquid just have to be careful about this push through elbow.
You are divided!
Divide will split the site here. Wayne looking curious already.
Nice.
The flash in.
Gonna go
30
on this.
seconds.
Boaster. Nice from Boaster. Just playing ahead of that divide. Camo's caught one on the cross-up, but still, Spike now well within hand. Looking at what Purpo can achieve, and he's got a limited time here. Boaster again tries to hold him back. He did well on the first two, can't find any more. And with 13 seconds, the plant becomes paramount here. Kayak bounds in. Oh! Doing what a bit of work for Purpo. 11 HP, more than enough in the end.
And just not enough time for a recovery here at the end. The divide goes up. Boaster's obviously trapped in front of it. I thought maybe there was going to be a little flash into elbow there to clear him, but able to pick up a double kill onto Wayne and Nats. The cleanup here from Purpo. Sublime. To put another round on the board for Liquid. Just trailing by one now. Ultimates here for Alpha and Crashies. On the other side, it's Nats and Camo. Turn of pace here for Kayak.
Ooh, mini boost looking kind of screwed. Yeah, just not right positioning on that. And Purpo trying to backfill the space and create some
Camo.
slow down.
Doesn't catch Kayak. There's no confirmation that he's this deep already.
It's taking so much space. I don't think they've got an idea. No, none the wiser. Completely unawares of that slip through.
Purpo has to retreat a little bit here. Wait for the reinforcements. Do have the divide again, but Fnatic taking space away from Liquid.
That's not going in the highlight package. Alpha goes down, 3v3. Purpo did marvelous last time. And not given that opportunity now. Kayak and Crashies focusing on that CT side. It's just Nats. I think he knows that he's got a very long road back if he wants to try and get involved in this.
And the judge just completely catching Liquid off guard here. Look to potentially hold on to this operator for mini boot. And neither team really getting a solid grasp on the finances yet. We've seen Boaster coming in with pistols, Crashies coming in with a judge here.
It's a messy game, Mike.
Yeah.
I think we can call it what it is. It's exciting. Don't get me wrong, it's a thriller, but it's just hot and cold here.
I think to come back to the joke we made at the start of this part, both teams showing notable improvements in certain aspects here in terms of the understanding, particularly on just this map. We'll have to see, obviously, as we progress through the series, with Split being next. A little more vanilla, I guess, in terms of approach for both teams, but certainly here, positives on both sides of the coin.
Yeah, and I like the mentality from Liquid. I know they're trailing in rounds, but it feels like they've got a good idea on it. And you look at those first like 3-4 rounds, felt like it had gone either way. So many coin flip moments in that. The scoreline could be very different, but look, we know what Fnatic are like. They win those silly percentage rounds. But as it stands...
0% rounds.
Yes.
Which is a feat in itself, don't get me wrong.
Correct. But outside of that, though, it does feel like no one's got stability here. And I think this kind of rolls back a little bit to maybe what Mini was saying about even just seeing this map between these two. It doesn't sit in a super strong point for either, in my mind. And yes, we've seen momentum and positive changes, but that comfort isn't there yet.
No, certainly not on considering the scoreline. I mean, Fnatic, for me, the biggest positive being there's a more considered approach towards these executes. They're mitigating the risks in the early round that was basically deciding rounds from the get-go. Not in their favor. Miniboo, a player that I think up until yesterday was tied for first bloods. So I think Love Rock, obviously.
Yeah. He was quite good.
But again, not really having the same sort of openings or opportunities to find openings here. Back on the operator again. From getting aggressive with a rifle previously now. Got the mantle in mid, but Fnatic stacked 4-1 here. Heavy util dump, so they're going to commit behind this.
Has to be. Kayak going to go in, tries to focus up towards Heaven initially. But I don't know how much they know about Camo's position.
No,
he has been maybe noted on the knife,
Not
but
cleared
even
on
then...
the drone.
And look at this like ratty little corner he's got in the smoke. If they get complacent, he could be their downfall.
Nats has given up Heaven though, so there's no second swing off this. And just so much time passes that Vekaj can clear the site here. The plant will come through.
Recovering it.
Certainly an opportunity there, but again, the second swing was going to be the concern.
Yeah, I was almost hoping he'd just like peek up with that, you know what I mean, go for a bit of a fight. That's a big ult to invest in this. But hey, if you feel like you want to convert, you really want to make sure, it does help out when Alpha will
Easy pickings.
do that sort of thing.
Blinding.
And then for Wayne, the want to be involved becomes less and less. Purpo, nothing to lose, really. Just a classic there, so the biggest investment being the flash. I'll be able to keep him close to sight in some form. But beyond that, very little to write home about. Vekash comfortable in the end, and Wayne going to get out of there with the operator, bow out in this, and turn tail. So, all right, Fnatic numerically coming out much better on this attack.
Obviously, operator maintained here. Liquid will still have a divider TP to work with. It's super unfortunate for Camo. It's like just too much time has passed where nothing happens. Especially with Nats under a ton of, did he have a Guardian or a Bucky up in heaven?
I want to say Guardian,
I think it was a Guardian,
sure.
yeah.
They have here.
So, I mean, still ults here for Fnatic for sure. Alpha and Crashies, both of theirs. Unlikely to see any others. Spam through from mid here. Going to leave Alpha posted outside B. And a flip of the previous round now. 4-1 favouring A for Fnatic.
Boo, time to shine, man. Got the operator. You're on the right side of the map. Well, Nat's in support. And there is an underhand flash on this corner. We've seen it before.
I don't think that catches. It's not deep enough, yeah.
No, maybe just for that close angle. I don't know where that would fully flash, but it's certainly not done enough to take him away from this. But that loses that tip of the spear, right? It's harder now to break the deeper lines. And Boo going back in for more, and Boaster just not expecting this reposition. Great work from Miniboo, being very present.
Right, we're just going to slow down here. Hunter's Fury posted in. Again, they are grouped up here. Double tag. Can he get a kill? He does. Purpo will fall.
He's so good at those. It feels like Crashies is going to get you one. And it has brought it back within maybe the realms of reality, but Nats' angle is rough to deal with. Spike getting lost here. The cross now treacherous. And you're banking on Crashies to bail you up. And Alpha solo. This is great work, and Nats the penny drops. He reads it right. Can't quite get the shot. Crashies, you got some more. This is now getting a little bit concerning. It got close. 5-7 at the end here. Fnatic looking better numerically is the main thing in my mind. They have posted many, many more rounds. But Liquid still looking on the money. I don't think this is over yet. We'll find out after the break.
Left. One enemy.
Your body knows. A sense of victory. Seized when mind, movement, and gear ignite as one. Now, step into your zone. Designed to win.
So what are your takeaways here? Because, again, I think most of our concerns were on that attacking side predominantly with Fnatic. Is this enough to appease kind of some of that mentality, or are you still not quite there yet?
I mean, you can certainly see the adjustment here from the previous performance. A huge positive, obviously, to take away. And scoreline still very close to contested, though, so I'm excited to see what Liquid can pull off on the attacking side. Miniboo, obviously now the time to shine for him, who in my eyes has, again, a player that we certainly had questions about considering the history and the previous performances, but I think probably on the brink of finding his feet in this roster.
Yeah, and he was kind of saying in some of the interviews how working under Boo helped, but also now he's with Nats as well.
He feels a bit more free, which is crazy, right? To consider the change of IGL and actually feeling now as if he has the freedom to make decisions himself, get aggressive, and be a bit more assertive.
And I want to see how that kind of translates into game as well. Do we see that now in effect? He did fine on that first half. I don't think he's lit our world on fire. But on the attacking side, that is where your attention really will be focused towards him. However, of course, Speaking of aggression, Fnatic taking space, and Kayak's going deep on this, trying to catch info. Just catching a jump back, I think, from Wayne there.
Yeah. Want to see a rash decision on the back of that, but Fnatic will get themselves into a position here where there's 2 or 3 people to defend this.
Oh, this is a lovely bit of utility from Kayak. Set up just to succeed. Purpo does send them back to at least a little bit of worry, but Wayne's got a lot of work to do if they want this to be competitive. I don't know if they've considered this yet, though. Looking at the positioning here, he might get a fair shake towards Crashies at least. Let's see if he does. No, he absolutely does not. Crashies sitting deep there. Looked like the penny had dropped. That consideration coming in. And all too direct and all too simple, it looked like.
It looked like Fnatic were about to try and crunch mid ahead of Liquid kind of showing presence. So another round that's very, very reassuring in terms of the composure, right? Obviously a plan in place here to...
Hey, where are you looking? Where are you looking? Look at me!
A plan in place to address some of the issues we saw, but again, no rash decisions made here in the pistol. We did have a little bit of concern in the round 2 on that first half. The purchase almost mirroring that for Fnatic.
Very simple. Wayne.
Oh, wait.
He's had a terrible time. Not the way you wanted to get into that smoke, but Miniboo's got himself an upgrade. All right, but Sight's got a lot of players on it, and there's only really a couple of classics. These shock darts are going to sting here. Get the plant low. They've done well at that. This is good so far. They are ticking the boxes of the to-do list in a round you're not expected to win. So by that standard, all right.
Boaster, what?
All right. Maybe just get... Ooh, hold on. Camo's still alive, and Camo's going to...
That's
nasty. We're in a 1v2. This is Boaster! Apparently this is it. This is the one. But Nat's on the other side. The minds behind the teams. Oh! All right. Give the man a sheriff. He's up. He's already up.
Looking like someone else in the clutch here.
Hey people, come on
The Red
now.
Bull clutch, no less.
Congratulations.
Another sigh of relief in a round 2 here, but Boaster, yeah. I was so worried when I saw 2 left as well. If Nats could bait out one of those shots.
Yeah, if they hear that.
You shouldn't be surprised yourself when you're doing it, though.
No.
You know, come on. Where's the faith?
Our humble king.
He stayed on the sheriff. I don't blame him now.
I was questioning it in the first half. Yeah, don't buy guns. Stick to the sheriff. It looks damn good.
Apparently so. Just a pure one trick. Liquid now on the buy, however. Yeah, you're looking at the bonus. Actually not bad, considering, Boaster's on full buy. And can they dig out some of these players? They've taken away the wall, which is pretty solid. There's the mid catch, though. Nats on patrol. Managed to find Kayak, and they can now be...
Yeah, eyes on Boaster. Thank you.
Observers know what's up. Hey!
Liquid need effectively another kill here to figure out what the setup looks like for Fnatic. And it's nearly connecting for Vekash, but...
Are they walking on B2?
This is
was too far. But, I mean, it's also set up Crashies. He gets cleared. Diligence from Wayne. Yeah, maybe just thinking, why are they pushed out? Why are they that confident on it? And then still double check it on the corner. But they do drop a body for it, but they are down to 3. Most is still pretty far off too. Can be of assistance, obviously, on the Astra, but it's Alpha on the site. Gonna have to do his best. Aspa's position.
30 seconds
An
left.
impression. He's got a lot to deal with, and he's dealing with it with sheer and utter grace. As Camo clutched up before. He's seen him. I can't believe what I am seeing.
Like I said, doesn't matter what agent, every so often Alpha will give you magic like this. Absolutely beautiful to watch him play. And even when it looks like it's slipped through his fingers.
Come on, Alpha.
Let's go! Vekash before he even got the kill.
That's actually unreal.
A bonus conversion off a round like that is a huge, huge boost to the confidence.
Nah, that jumping classic, stop it. He was so far. And part of you always has to feel for Liquid in a way because they're losing out to magic.
Those are 2 rounds back to back now, where it's just gut-wrenching to get to a final, but well, not even in this situation a final player, but the previous lead for Boaster in here, just have one more obstacle on. I mean, Boaster was on the other side of the map, so one more player basically. And Alpha just rips it away from them. Like I said, it's a bonus conversion as well.
I just want to see it again.
There's a weird buy coming out of Boaster, just holding on to one weapon from the previous. So a huge bailout for Fnatic to find double digits.
I'm still not over it.
I mean,
I'm still not over that.
2 rounds like that puts Liquid back into a buy from 2023, it looks like.
Vintage.
I imagine they're going to hit B pretty hard here.
Concealment. Recovering it.
Deal with some of the U2 on the way in here. Mini Boot looking to lead the charge.
3 suppressed.
They would note 3 here, so it's drawn an extra body. Crashes towards top mid at least. I think it's just the wall now to deal with at the choke point.
What is the way to help it, though? I guess Suffer through for now? Alpha is hindered and gets cleared this time, so... Okay, Clutch Man's down, but Vekaj going to step into his shoes, apparently. That's Miniboo gone, and keep in mind, it is just those stingers. So really hard to withstand against this weaponry, and Crashies has a go. Gets 3, and we're up to 11.
Dismantled, well handled by Fnatic here. The threat, but it takes so much to find Alpha that you've got to still favour Fnatic in this situation. Again, get an extra body here. Crashies just completely free from heaven. Buy's still going to be there. Ult, so well, a couple more on the horizon now. It's still just Purpo with the ult command, but Fnatic firmly in control now this second half. Actually, yeah, Hunter's Fury and
Eyes up.
Alpha's ult here to play with. Liquid switching things up a little bit. Boaster, potential here that he gets tested. We've already mentioned Crashies and his ability to provide a lot of support with his ultimate in scenarios like this.
Don't think we're going to see too much here, but Miniboot steady on the steps as Kayak on the corner. Oh! What the hell is going on? Good luck, Team Liquid. I don't know what's gotten into Fnatic, but it's just pure magic in these moments. Just things that shouldn't work do, but they've got the plant. Liquid trying to find some normality, stability, and it ain't gonna happen with Kayak still alive.
Finds another here, Miniboo will fall. It's just 3 left for Liquid now. Again, sitting very deep on this. And Paranoia still here, they've still got the fragment, but this is an awkward post plant now.
I don't know how you deny it. You've got Nats as util, and that's really it. And then you've got to fight back in, just face check forward. I don't think you can do much. Wayne's going to try. Hold on, they're giving it a go, but Fnatic just come out for the fight. Where has this team been?
Just waiting to strike, it seems. Certainly got themselves back on the right track this week. And certainly here to start the series, a 12-5 lead now. Liquid, that is filth.
Nasty, nasty. It's too early in the day to be shown.
Again, for me, Vekaj in certain situations, shining once more for this side. And they've obviously been practicing their French.
Yes.
A notable improvement from last time.
Correct. That has been the Duolingo approach, not Spawn. But gotta say, it feels like a little bit of old Fnatic almost. Just the mentality, the hey, easy. Time to run away, flee, try and escape. Why are you not winning that? You're not meant to win that. Miniboo's been backhanded by Boaster after having so much put towards them just to isolate. Vekash comes around mid, clears that out. Liquid are just left stun-locked.
Crash is already posted on this now. Camo gonna have his hands full on this peak.
Oh! What a way to close it down! 13-5. Fnatic looking like a different beast today.